I'm John Hayden, and let's queer up trans rights. Red state governor vetoes anti-trans bathroom bounty bill. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly has vetoed Senate Bill 244, legislation criticized by LGBTQ plus activists as an anti-trans bathroom bounty bill. The measure would have required trans Kansans to use restrooms in government buildings based on sex assigned at birth, mandated reissued IDs reflecting that designation, and banned multi-occupancy, gender-neutral bathrooms. It also imposed fines and allowed lawsuits from those deemed aggrieved. In her veto message, Kelly called the proposal poorly drafted and mentioned the bill could have consequences beyond the intent to restrict the right of trans people to use the appropriate bathroom. Kelly warned it could even restrict family visits in hospitals, nursing homes, dorms, and more, adding, quote, "I believe the legislature should stay out of the business of telling Kansans how to go to the bathroom," end quote. Democratic lawmakers condemned the bill's process and impact, with one saying, procedurally, "It's the absolute worst bill I have ever heard in the Kansas legislature." Republican leaders vowed to override. However, LGBTQ plus groups praised Kelly's decision with a warning that the bill would fuel discrimination and harassment. I mean, all these things are terrible. But first, good for you for standing up and not thinking, oh, re-election, she may be term limited. I don't know. But good for you for saying that. But the most heinous of all of those is, and it's happened in Florida, is the reissuing of IDs. That is just, that level of discrimination comes right to your doorstep and says, you are not who you believe you are not worthy, you are not equal. And that's rancid. And anyone who supports it is rancid.
And we hate you. I mean, that's basically, if I were to receive that in the mail, I mean, to see like my friends receive their dead name and their dead gender on a license or on a passport, it's heartbreaking to see them. I mean, you know who you are for real, you know? I mean, this thing is crazy. And then the multiple people in the stalls. So what happens to the family bathrooms, right? What happens to the folks that have to take their children to the stalls with them? You know, this is having a lot of time on your hands, Kansas people. I mean, come on. There's bigger fish to fry.
Well, there's a lot of time and a lot of hatred on their hands. Thank you, of course, to Governor Kelly for stating the obvious that, quote, "The legislature should stay out of the business of telling Kansans how to go to the bathroom," end quote. This is the kind of news that would make even Dorothy Gale glad that she returned to Kansas.
I get it. Well, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Where's Toto? Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.